Patterns in landscape architecture are important because they are rooted in systems and ecology as means to understand and express the relationship of environmental processes. With digital media, designers can understand and depict these processes and develop their system thinking. My exploration starts with a study of social distance. When people get into each other's zone, an invisible link is established. Information and other materials are exchanged through the connections. The lines among people form a dynamic web, and the logic of this pattern requires lots of math, so it is complex to construct in Grasshopper. System 1 comes from the pattern of social distancing and shows some rules of tree planting. There is an ideal distance range of tree clusters, in which between the trees won't affect each other. After several years, some of the trees can be removed, followed by the same rule. However, I found this pattern lead nowhere because there are so many factors in planting design, such as the growing speed of different species and the actual requirement of functional spaces. In other words, the logic behind this pattern is too general to guide design. System 2 comes from the pattern of mask layers. It shows an ability to filtrate from air to water and light. If the density and the size of the holes are controlled properly, the hard material layer has the potential to support both pedestrians above and the plants underneath. The hard layer doesn't have to be flat, and there is also a potential that two layers intersect each other, then space may look more attractive for passers-by. So I would like to explore further with this system to design a scheme with a better microclimate. The problem of my last attempt is that all the topography are hidden underground, and there is more potential to play with the surface layer to create small spaces for a human experience. I investigated the site and find an existing moving stream from one corner to the other. The site is closely surrounded by buildings, so it receives little sunlight, especially the north corner, which is darkest and coldest. According to the open data of Melbourne, the runoff is going south corner from both streets. My shaping shall improve the light condition and reduce flooding risk. Therefore, based on the equal access principle, I created some convex, flat, and concave areas along a uniform path and separate the site into a bicycle stands area, also the forecourt on the Little Bourke Street, a small wetland, a leisure square, a scenic peak, as well as a postern on Course Lane. During this process, I learned a plugin called Paneling Tools, which could create looser circles on curved surfaces. Pattern scale is important. The holes may get too small and restrict plant's growth, or too big to keep workable access. This time I applied 3 types of scale. The largest circles are 4 meters in diameter to enable enough sunlight and growing space for shrubs and trees. The medium circles are 10 centimeters in diameter to support turf, and the smallest ones with diameter in 5 centimeters, which can both provide a comfortable working experience and let rainwater to drop through. The pavement is made of bluestone, a common hard material in traditional Chinese gardens. The shapes of holes may require further adjustments due to the bricks array. The porous Taihu stone may also add some cultural texture to the topography. There's also great potential to apply Chinese unique tolerant plants to recall a sense of nostalgia.